All right, my abnormal. So I also felt the need to post on this particular playlist. Why? Because I know a lot of you guys are going to be spending your holidays with your family and or loved ones or those particular elements. Myself and I want you guys to have a lovely time doing so. Be safe and don't drink too much. If you're going to do drugs, please stick to marijuana and leave all that man-made bullshit alone, which I'm pretty sure more than a handful of you motherfuckers are going to be out there doing beyond man-made drugs. So yeah, there'll be a lot of the Matrix out there, especially checks going to be falling on the motherfucking weekend too. Oh yes, honey, them bitches gonna be getting them checks, and half them checks gonna be burnt the fuck up on drugs, and partying and shit. And I'm gonna be right up in this motherfucking house spending time with dead people. I sure the fuck am. I have a very, very good relationship with dead people. In fact, I have a better relationship with dead people than what the fuck I have with individuals that roam this motherfucking earth. I sure the fuck do. And I'm not going to be ashamed to say it. I have a telepathical relationship with dead individuals. The deceased individuals whom were in my life, whom have, pretty much gone on. I have a telepathic relationship with them. And I have a telepathic relationship with individuals whom weren't in my family, whom has passed and whom has passed on. You guys would probably think I'm crazy to say that I have you guys would probably think that I'm crazy to say that I have a telepathic relationship with the singer Aaliyah, who was one of my favorite all-time singers, performers, and actresses. It's not like I speak with her on a daily basis, like we best friends and we kikiing and all that type of stuff. No, but I do reach out to her. Well, shit, she probably upset that I be trying to hit notes on her behalf and I don't be getting it right half of the time. Sorry, baby girl. But I do reach out to Aaliyah. I ask her several different things. Like, is she sad to be where she is now? How does she feel about how her death how can I rephrase that? How does she feel in regard to her death and the elements that caused her death? I asked her, does she miss her family and her fans? I asked her if she misses performing. I asked her if she's mad at anybody. I asked her a lot of different questions, and I feel her energy. Just because you are deceased does not mean that you have to be forgotten. And that's what I like for a lot of these deceased individuals. I want them to know that if you're not forgotten. And I try to reach out to a lot of deceased individuals as much as I can. You know what I mean? Their energy is still present. Like my grandmother, I reach out to her all the time, and she reaches out to me through angelic numbers. 222, 2222. Anything that has to do with twos is my grandmother all day long. And I'm grateful to have these relationships with deceased individuals. I know individuals whom has had deceased loved ones in their life, only for the deceased loved ones to unfortunately pass away. And it's not about having a headstone, but there's a point to what I'm about to say. But it does make it easier when you go to a cemetery to pay your respects to that deceased individuals or those deceased individuals, and you can just find them. Versus not having a headstone, then all of a sudden you are meandering a cemetery and you're pondering, well, where's this person buried at? Well, I know that they was buried next to such and such, such and such, but such and such don't even have a dang headstone. And it's a hot mess. But at the same time, the individuals that the deceased loved ones have left behind are living it up. They have about 3 or 4 cars in the driveway. They have the best shoes. They have the best clothes. Shit, not to say that their cars aren't hooked up from the inside out. They got the best hairstyles and shit like that. I mean, they living it up. They living it up Gucci style. But you don't have enough money to possibly put together, or you don't have enough money in general to get this person a headstone to show them how much you appreciate them and how much you miss them. And I mean, granted, I was going through the Matrix phase when my grandmother passed away, and I didn't put up too much money. I want to say it was a little over $40, and could have been more than that. But I at least put up some form of money to make sure that my grandmother had a headstone, to show that I appreciate her, I miss her, I love her, and I'm not going to be searching cemeteries for you. This is where you are. I just wanted her to know, and we all wanted her to know, whom was involved with my grandmother's situation, that you are gone, but you are never going to be forgotten here in the state of Rockford, Illinois. So, or the city of Rockford, Illinois. I do apologize. You're not going to be forgotten in this little city right here. But I find that fucked up. And how do y'all think the deceased feel about that? Seeing their loved ones having all of this luxury going on, but at the same time, and I'm pretty sure they're happy that they have come into abundance. But on the same token, when I was alive, I have done all of this for you, and the least y'all could do for me is get me a headstone. And they don't even care enough. I'm not going to say that people don't care enough, but obviously they don't. I mean, y'all care enough about materialistic things versus getting your loved one a headstone. So you obviously don't care that much. You care about some things, but what you should be caring about, you don't. And yes, the deceased feel that. And I think this is why a lot of spirits go angry and get upset and lash out and things of that particular nature, because they have been forgotten. I don't want to forget me. You know what I mean? But people do, like our favorite singers, for instance, when they were alive and all of this type of stuff, a lot of us be all up their asses, like our favorite actresses and shit like that. But then when they pass away, all of a sudden their albums aren't as famous anymore. They're not as famous anymore. Things that they start to depreciate in value. And, or sometimes they increase in value. But I just don't think that is right. Like I said, it's not about having a headstone or nothing like that. But the deceased have feelings, and I reach out to those individuals that were in my life and those that weren't in my life. I mean, have some of these dead people I don't even know, and I still reach out to them. I can watch a TV show and see something about a deceased person, and I may reach out to that deceased person in a telepathic way. This is just something that you guys are learning about me. I mean, I'm opening up to you guys. This is my spirituality, and it's always been my spirituality. It just took me a while to get into that particular place, and it also took an even longer time for me to be able to open up and express my spirituality to the world. Not that I'm trying to look for similarities, because I wouldn't care if I'm the only person out there that does have this particular relationship with deceased individuals, which I'm not. But I know there's individuals, there's not just psychic individuals and stuff like that, or people that work in morgues and things of that nature that have relationships with deceased people. There are your regular human beings, such as myself, that live a regular life, if you want to call it regular, that thinks about the feelings of deceased people. It's just as simple as that. Comment below if you guys have relationships with deceased individuals, and don't be afraid to talk about it. I mean, if you have a relationship with your deceased grandmother, if you have a relationship with your deceased grandfather, if you have a telepathic relationship with your deceased baby that died at birth. I mean, people have relationships with their deceased loved ones all the time. People have deceased relationships with I have a relationship with my deceased cat. My cat physically isn't here, but I feel her energy all around me all the time. And I have an excellent relationship with my cat. I wish I would have had that relationship with her while she was still here. Like now, I feel a burst of energy in my ankle areas. That's where she always used to rub around my ankles and stuff. So, I mean, her energy is present. I don't know, you guys. Well, I do know, but that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time with the deceased. And a lot of you motherfuckers are going to be out there spending time with people y'all don't even know and doing all of that bullshit, but that's y'all prerogative. More power to you guys. Have fun doing it. But yeah, I'm going to be home just living the life of an empath, and that's pretty much being solo. And that's fine, that's fine. But I'm going to end this video, but I just wanted to recognize the deceased out there and just let you guys know that you are gone, but you are never forgotten, at least with me. And I will see you guys soon. That's the deceased. Now, my abs, I will see you guys at a different time and date as well. So y'all all be good. Have a good holiday. Remain safe. And I hope that you get all what you want for Christmas. All right. Namaste.